Hello, patriotic warriors. I have a little bit of bad news that really I've been trying to figure out here for the for the last week now. Um, that's kind of where I've been. The election, um, and trying to figure out the legalese and the affidavits and everything has kind of put me on the back burner for about 4 weeks. But Thanksgiving, I got some really bad news, and I'll get to that at the end of this video because it's really sad news, and I wanted to start off with this article because this article shocked and disgusted me. This article is the worst kind of grifting I have ever seen. The nonprofit Time's Up was raising millions of dollars for women who have been sexually harassed or sexually exploited or sexually abused in some way. Now, as much as Hillary Clinton likes to claim that she started the Me Too movement, it really wasn't Hillary Clinton. It was actually Keisha. It was actually Keisha and her story of being raped by her manager. And then news reports started coming out about Harvey Weinstein, and Rose McGowan took up the mantle of the forefront of the Me Too movement. And here's the story. Together, the Post reported, they quote, raised $303,670,219 in 2018, its founding year, but spent $1,407,032 on salaries and only $312,001 on the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund for people who have experienced sexual harassment. Where did those salaries go? Those salaries went to celebrities like Brie Larson. I'm sorry, but you've made your money. You made millions on Captain Marvel. You've made your money. Why are you grifting a charity and demanding huge salaries if you truly believe in the Me Too movement? How does that happen? I don't understand it. But I tell you this story because of something that happened to me the day after Thanksgiving. The reason I moved out to Oregon from Virginia is because me and my wife split up. And what you have to understand about her is she was a fundamentally broken person. She had endured, before I met her, she had endured rape, and she was beaten nearly to death by her boyfriend, to the point where her eyeballs were beaten shut. He broke both of her eye sockets. And it was to the point where they thought she was dead. And they were literally having a conversation over her, wondering where they were going to get rid of the body at. And when they left, she took her chance and walked down the street with both of her eyeballs beaten shut. Police picked her up and took her to the hospital. And they didn't do anything to him. They didn't do anything to him. The state could have taken up the case if she didn't want to press charges. They didn't do anything to him. He walked right out the door. That is a messed up situation. A couple of years later, we got together, and I didn't know for a long time that she had gone through that. And for 20 years, we had a really great marriage. Of course, you have marital troubles. Everybody's got marital troubles, but I had a good job. We had a nice house. And then her mom died. And when her mom died, she got into drugs and alcohol really, really bad. And all of those emotions, all of those memories started welling up. And she just continued into a downward spiral. I loved my wife. But that last year was absolute hell. She got herself a boyfriend, somebody who would feed her drugs and alcohol all day, every day. And when I asked her, what's more important, the drugs and the alcohol or me? And she said the drugs and the alcohol. That's when I knew my marriage was over. That's when I filed for divorce, cashed out my retirement, and decided that I was going to make me a new life on the other side of the country. On the morning after Thanksgiving, I woke up and had a message on my phone that Tracy had passed. And I didn't know what to think. I didn't know how to process that, because I knew it was going to happen. But the day after Thanksgiving, she finally succumbed to her drug and alcohol abuse. So, what I'm going to do, because everybody's life has meaning and everybody's life has purpose. Everybody is special in some way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a charity. I'm going to start a charity for women who need drug and alcohol counseling. I'm going to start this charity for women who have gone through abusive relationships and need a way out of those relationships. And I'm going to try to get with a psychiatrist or a psychologist and set up a YouTube channel and set up a donation tab, a GoFundMe. And the way that I figure it is anything that comes, if we're doing a podcast or a live chat, that anything that comes in through Super Chats, 10% of that money will go towards administration. But anything that comes in on the GoFundMe or through PayPal donations or anything like that, that money 100% will go to charity. That's the right thing to do. That's the moral thing to do. Right? We're not going to be buying Star Wars toys. It annoys me when I see live streamers on YouTube that have Star Wars toys behind them, because it's a waste of money. It really is. It's a waste of money. Put that money back into your business. I mean, if you need stage props, go build a stage prop. Don't waste it on vintage Star Wars toys. That's just me being annoyed. But yeah, 2021. 2021's a new year, people. 2020 has sucked. 2020 has sucked. It sucked all the way around, and I thought, could it get any worse? And I'll be damned it did. I will be damned it did. I can't do this without you. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and try to help me get to 1,000 followers. Uh, Anything that I make on my channel, I'll put back into the business. I'm not going to waste it. Your money is very helpful in getting this business off the ground. Your money is very helpful if you really want to help out. Go over to shamarisdyer.com. 10% of any of the profit that I make will go into a bank account to get this charity off of the ground. I've got to go through all the legal stuff. I've got to figure out what the rules are. I've got to get to .org. But anything that you buy over at shamarisdyer.com, 10% of the profit that I make will go to charity. I'm not going to sit here and say 10% of the price of purchase is going to go to charity. No, no, no. 10% of the profit that I make, because that's more money. That's more money. But I can't do this without you. I can't get this off of the ground without my followers. So send this video to your friends. Send this video and like and subscribe. Smash that notification bell, light it up, and let's get started because we've got a lot of work to do. I'm going to get off of here. I've got another segment coming. We'll do some newsy news. Texas is suing Pennsylvania. This is a pretty cool development because nobody thought that Rudy Giuliani was going to succeed. And now Texas is taking up the reins, and Rudy Giuliani will have a hard time getting something into the Supreme Court because they've got to decide which cases they're going to look at. But if Texas sues, it goes directly to the Supreme Court. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. So this is this is a really interesting development, but we'll get into that in the next section. You guys have a good day. Like I said, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and go to Shamaris Dyer and buy something. It's going to really help me out get this charity off the ground. I want you guys to have a good day. I've got another segment coming up, and we're going to get into it. We're going to get into this election stuff. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in a minute.